Ooh, what's up, guys? Welcome to Season 6, Episode 4 of the Monday Night Wars. I am Chad Talks, and joining me, as always, is Jmack Gaming.
Chad, that is correct. You are looking at smelling a wonderful new YouTube video brought to you by me and Chad Talks. We are live here at WWE Backlash this week, this month, whatever you want to call it. Chad, can you guess where we're holding Backlash this year before you even see the card?
Norfolk, West Virginia.
West Virginia! No, we're in Jacksonville, Florida, at the Memorial Arena in Jacksonville, Florida, as I just said. 95,000 people are expected for Backlash. Joke's on you, we're only going to hold 15,000. So, somebody's watching on the outside. Backlash is primarily usually the pay-per-view, coming straight off of a WrestleMania. And what a WrestleMania it was, with the main event of Triple H closing the book on the story of Kurt Angle. But Raw specifically, we saw the coronation of a new champion. John Cena won the WWE World Championship off of Double J Jeff Jarrett. And tonight we see that rematch, Chad. John Cena and Jeff Jarrett go one-on-one, the world title on the line in a rematch from WrestleMania. Also on the card here tonight, we crown a new Intercontinental Champion, as Francisco Cuevo did have to relinquish the IC belt going into WrestleMania. So we now find the winner of the 2004 Worldwide Invitational. The winner will be the new Intercontinental Champion. And we also see the debut of a man that is known as the Monsoon. Russell Monsoon is in action against the other man standing across the ring from him, a man that also made his debut at Backlash, Brock Lesnar. The one-on-one goes with Russell Monsoon later tonight. Chad, what match are you excited for?
Oh man, listen, I'm excited for the Monsoon. Jeff Jarrett, John Cena's gonna be a banger. A new Intercontinental Champion gets crowned.
Who is your predicted champion, Chad?
Oh man, I don't know. Let me think on it. I'll give you my prediction before the match starts. Unless it's opening. I say probably either. I say Edge. Edge is my prediction. Yeah. If you're talking, I can't hear you.
What? Did I just Did I just start muted? Could you hear me the whole time?
I don't know. You asked me my prediction for the Intercontinental match, and then I said, let me think on it. And then you went and showed the bracket, and I thought you were showing me so I could make my prediction. So then I made my pick.
Whoopsie.
And then there was no sound, and I said, I don't know what's going on.
Whoopsie. We are going to start over. No, we're not. Are we? We're going to start over.
All right. So the worldwide tournament, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the final four, Chad. I asked you to make your prediction, and you kind of just sat there with your mouth open. What's going on?
I was just starstruck at this final four.
Yeah, we saw Latin Lover. We can go back in the quarterfinals. We did see Latin Lover defeat William Regal. Jun Akiyama defeated Don Fry. Edge got a victory over Sean Morley. Sean Morley did get hurt in that match, and Chavo Guerrero defeated Ric Flair in a cheating little way, a roll-up pin with some help from Latin Lava. Chad, who's your prediction, though? You see the final. You see this final four. Who do you got?
Yes, I can see this final four. While I honestly think it could be any one of these four, I'm gonna go with Edge.
That's a good pick, Chad, because you did pick one of the final four, and I like that. I like that. It shows me that you know ball.
Certainly did pick one of the final four.
We go over of the last couple backlashes. This is our 6th backlash in TEW 2020. It'll be our last backlash in TEW 2020 with TEW 9 coming out in only
that game's
going
to be an absolute banger, dude.
I hope so. I hope so. Well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. 1999, we saw Rock defeat Stone Cold to win the belt at Yankee Stadium. Triple H won the WWF Championship over Eddie Guerrero back in 2000. Brock Lesnar again. He main events twice. He main events 01 and main events 03. He defeated The Rock to retain the WWF Championship by DQ, by the way. Or no DQ, sorry. 2002, the Carrier Dome. Alex Wright defeated Brock Lesnar. Sorry, 3-time main eventer Brock Lesnar. He loves WWE
Mr. Backlash. More like Brocklash.
Yeah, I think, if I remember right, he debuts in 2000, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or is it 01?
Lesnar.
What is Brock's debut? Why don't I know that? I thought it was
Brock Lesnar's favorite dessert.
Don't look at Canadians, please. I was looking up who I have in who are not Sean Stasiak. You're not Brock Lesnar. What is his debut? Oh, that's 2000. Over the Edge. Oh, forgive me for the intro. I'm so stupid. He lost to Rene Dupree in his last TNA match. Okay.
Damn.
Hey, they fucking hated him in TNA. Let's just get into the card. We know Brock Lesnar is a man. He main evented last month, our last backlash with Randy Orton.
He's a man.
What?
You said we know Brock Lesnar is a man. I was like, he is a man.
I said the man, but fair enough.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said a man. I was like, he is. Fair enough. You're right.
Last year, we also saw Kojima over Psychosis. We could see that on WCW. Hometown Heroes over Rhino and ECMO. We could see that in WCW. And some other matches, including William Regal and Shawn Moore. Let's get into the card, Chad. Let's get into the show. We got a big one. We got a big one. Let's start into it. We open the show. Pre-show action. Air Paris taking on La Parka. Chad, you've been begging me to push Air Paris. And you got your wish tonight. Getting a win on the pre-show.
Paris. He could join La Resistance.
All right. Well, it turns out Chad's will have to go to. He's not going to be for the rest of the. He's not going to be with us for the rest of the broadcast here tonight. So it's just me. We also see the Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley defeat Ray Lapon and Valentino when Alex Shelley makes Valentino tap out with the Border City Stretch. Chad, you like Motor City Machine Guns, right?
Love the Motor City Machine Guns.
How do you feel about Chris Sabin having an 85 here?
That's awesome. I mean, listen, Chris Sabin can go.
Chris Sabin.
Especially in 2004.
Chris Sabin can go. And our last opening match, our pre-show bout, if I'm not mistaken, it's Akira Hokuto, Ayako Hamada, and Rei Tamada defeating former women's champion Mickie James, Linda Miles, and Cheerleader Melissa in 12-41 when the Hokuto pins Melissa with that dastardly missile dropkick. A decent little pre-show match for some of the women's division to get a little bit more shine on the card tonight. But now we go to our opening segment. We love the opening promo with everyone in matches. It's John Cena and Jeff Jarrett later tonight with the special referee. I need to go look at something real quick. I need to make sure I made him referee. He is the referee. Perfect. I also need to take a picture real quick. Chad, talk about this lovely scene right here. Talk about the lovely scene.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, as you can see, there's some water and a bunch of boats. And you know that big island, it kind of looks like a giraffe. Oh, hey, we're back.
And we're back. I gotta get perfect. It might be a little. I might cut this out. Who cares? But our opening match. two matches actually will be those two semifinal matches of the Worldwide Invitational. Up first, though, Chad, it's going to be Edge coming out to the ring first. Edge will take on Chavo Guerrero, Chad. Edge, who defeated Sean Morley. Sean Morley did get hurt in the match, which some people are saying, hey, is that why Edge won? Is that why? Because he took on a non-100% Sean Morley. Sean Morley's been a freak of nature, by the way. We'll find out later. We'll see that later tonight. No spoilers, but Sean Morley's going off the deep end. Edge, a couple weeks ago, actually, he's had this long-standing rivalry with Latin Lover, who's also in this bracket, and causing them more tormenting. Has Awesome Lover. He's been tormenting Edge, really. And out of the blue, and out of Edge asking, his old tag team partners, his old stablemates, Dylan Martin, Gabriel Burton, came to his side and fought off Latin Lover just on the go home to Monday Night Raw. So here we go. It's Edge taking on a man who knows a lot about this IC belt, but not enough to hold it. It is Chavo Guerrero Jr., his sidekick, his best friend, maybe not best friend, but his co-worker, his colleague's a fucking awful one right now. Co-worker is also bad. His compadre, Francisco Cuervo. We saw him make a major debut a few months ago, coming in from WCW. He made his mark, winning the Intercontinental Championship off of Teddy Hart. But now, Chad, Cuervo being out, Chavo has made it his mission to win that belt and put it in that Cuervo name. He's going to hold that belt until Cuervo comes.
You're like a robot voice for me right now. Oh, you're back.
What is going on over there, brother?
I don't know. You're back now, so I just didn't know if you were asking me a question or not.
No. We should be fine. If I'm on robot voice again, just accept it because I'm fine on my end. So.
Okay, cool. Right on. I just wanted to, that's what I was more worried about. I just didn't know if it was.
If I'm local recording, so I should be fine regardless of what's going on, and network wise. The worst that will happen. Go with the flow. Yeah, the worst that happens if I lose you. All right, and I already did. I have lost you, Chad. Who are you? Chavo saying to Cuervo that he'll keep it in his name and keep the belt warm until Cuervo makes his return from injury. It's Chavo and it's Edge, our opening match. Who do you got, Chad?
I pick Edge.
Chad picks Edge. He did pick Edge to win the whole entire tournament, but Chad, in a classic match, Chavo Guerrero lying, cheating, stealing. You know that Guerrero name all too well. And he pins Edge using the ropes for leverage, putting his legs. I've never understood, Chad. Hear me out. What does putting your legs on the rope while you're pinning someone do, right? What does it do?
I would like to think that, because you're elevated and maybe you're, it's harder to, kick out because there's, I don't know, maybe there's a weight shift. I think you're right on the money now that I'm thinking about it. Now I'm visualizing it after you saying it. I've just never understood that, but that makes a lot of sense. Thank you for clearing that up, Chad. Chad will be here all night. I never got what grabbing the tights did.
Probably the same thing, but you're just putting more pressure on them, pulling, I don't know. I'm not a wrestler. You want to pull my tights, Chad, and see what you want to do? Yeah. You want to do an experiment and try to figure it out?
Yeah. Every night.
Okay. This might be our last episode of the TEW Fuck Dungeon.
It might be.
Chavo, though, moves on cheating, and he moves on to the final match. Chad, the Intercontinental Championship will be decided later tonight, but Chavo sticks around, Chad. He sticks around, even though Edge is pissed off. He sticks around ringside because the next match, here it goes, Chad.
Oh, wow.
Here it goes. Edge is left in the ring.
Former friends.
He's pissed off. Gabriel Burton kind of, take him backstage. But we have that next match, Latin Lover and Jun Akiyama. The semifinal match will be up next. But first, Chad, Ric Flair is backstage. Ric Flair kind of he kind of got cheated last week. Chavo Guerrero doing the same thing he did to Edge that he did to Ric Flair last week in the quarterfinal match, and he's pissed off. But the ladies are there to console him. Jillian Hall, we see Hazel Jocelyn, we see the divas of Monday Night Raw consoling the Nature Boy. Woo, woo, woo. But look who's watching around the corner, Chad. It's that bastard, Sean Morley. Sean Morley he has been, I wouldn't say stalking Jillian Hall, but he is following her everywhere she goes. And it's not good. As an outside viewer like me and you, I don't like to see it. But Ric Flair, I mean, no one else is seeing it. But Sean Morley stalking Jillian Hall and the Nature Boy. But now we get Latin Lover, who defeated William Regal in his first round matchup. Latin Lover might be the most accoladed man left in this Final Four, as he is a former U.S. champion, a former tag team champion here in the WWE. And that doesn't even come to mention his championship titles in Mexico before coming to WWE. But he's taking on a man who is no slacker in the accolade department. It's Blue Thunder Jun Akiyama. He got a big win over Don Fry. Don Fry, that was Don Fry's last match. Pull the plug on his thing. He is on his way to New Japan Pro Wrestling to join the ever-growing roster over there. That company is on a roll. But Jun Akiyama here, he hasn't had that opportunity. I don't think he's even had a title. Oh, he has had one title opportunity in WWE, but he wants to hold gold. That is his whole motive to come out here in the WWE. And tonight could be that opportunity. He takes on Latin Lover. The winner will take on Chavo Guerrero for that IC belt. Chad, who do you got?
Jun Akiyama.
Chad will go with Jun Akiyama. Well, Chad, you would be correct. Jun Akiyama yeah, I mean, these kids are banging. Oh, pretty good chemistry for the two. That's cool. Nice. I forgot to add the distraction or Edge. Edge comes out and distracts Latin Lover, which causes him to kind of fucking don't know what's going on. And Jun Akiyama hits the exploder on him and moves on to the final. And I think Edge and Edge is already out there. Dylan Martin and Gabriel Burton come out after Edge starts getting beat down by the Awesome Lovers, and we have a massive brawl as we go into a little ad break. But up next, Chad, it's Chris Hero and it's Owen Hart. Did you hear what I did there? Did you hear what I did there?
I did hear it. That joke stinks.
Shut the fuck up. Chris Hero, a dangerous man in his own right. The last probably 8 to 10 months taking out legends of the game. We even saw him take out Jun Akiyama. But a couple weeks ago at WrestleMania, we saw these two men in the King of the Mountain match, and Owen Hart threw Chris Hero off the ladder with a pile driver. Didn't even throw him. Pile drived Hero off the ladder. And Chris Hero has made it his mission. He said Owen Hart cost him the King of the Mountain thing, and he said he was going to cost him not only his career but his life. At the first week of Monday Night Raw, the day after WrestleMania, Chris Hero and Orlando Jordan gave Owen Hart a concerto, hitting him in the head, both angles, both directions, with a chair. Owen Hart was out until they go home, where Chris Hero was in a match with, he was with the match with El Hijo del Santos. Sorry, I had to read that out loud. And cost Chris Hero the match. Now, these two go one-on-one with Owen Hart being medically cleared and Chris Hero being the legend killer. We have Chris Hero and we have Owen Hart. Chad, who do you got?
I got Chris Hero.
Chad has got Chris Hero. Chad, tell me why you got Chris Hero. And what's your favorite fact about him?
I feel like it's going to be Chris Hero because he's on a legend killer gimmick and Owen Hart's a legend, and it just kind of fits. And my favorite fact about Chris Hero is that he is once known as
fact.
Cassius Ohno.
Oh, where?
Yeah.
It's only 2004.
Oh, well.
Tell me your favorite WCW booking of Chris Hero in the Safe Gen.
When he debuted as a fan in the crowd.
I actually did like that. That's my hero, Chris Hero. In a banger match, Chris Hero, though, he takes it to Owen Hart and wins in 1951 with the Heroes Welcome. Chris Hero and Owen Hart, pretty good match. Chemistry not there, but the in-ring performances were. 79 for Owen Hart here, Chad. Is he back? Outperforming Chris Hero here. Outperforming Chris Hero. And then Chris Hero, he rolls out of the ring, and we go to commercial, and the lights go out. And then the only light comes back on is a recap video on the Tron of the Demon herself. We saw her a few times on SmackDown, but the Demon, Kana, has made her way to Monday Night Raw, and she made a major impact on the first Monday night after WrestleMania as she abducted Cutie Suzuki right out of her boots, Chad. Right out of her boots. And she's been kind of doing a little fucking mind games with the rising stars of Chigusa Nagayo and Manami, the women's champion, Toyota. But tonight, Chad, we get a match. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, because Becky, Angel, and Mercedes were also feuding with the rising stars this whole time. The Rising Stars, Toyota really calling out Becky Lynch, the leader of the... I still don't have a name for him, which kind of sucks. I still don't have a name for Becky, Angel, and Mercedes. I'm still calling them Team FCW. This whole time, Toyota and Nagayo think they're behind it. But Kana and Team FCW really just saying, hey, well, this is not us. This is not us. This is paranormal. This is beyond us. And we get Kana and Nagayo here tonight, Chad. Who do you got in this creepy little match?
I'm going with the team that does not have a name.
Well, it's just a one-on-one match. Kana's not with the team. It's Kana and Nagayo.
Kana.
All right, Chad. Oh my God, 77. Let's go, Nagayo. Holding this fucking women's division on your back. First ever women's Royal Rumble winner. The Demon, though, plays too many mind games with the former women's champion and makes Nagayo submission. It's a choke out. She chokes her out. She's knocked unconscious, is Nagayo. And then the lights disappear.
Nagayo chokes under pressure.
Oh, yeah. The lights go out. Kana disappears as the lights come on. It's just Nagayo and Cutie Suzuki laying on the mat as Toyota is kind of she's panicking, Chad. We have never seen the women's champion panic like this, but she knows that there are some demon forces out there, and Kana is fucking with her. Now we go to a match, Chad, a tag team match right here, Chad. The number one contendership on the line in this match here tonight. It's Sean Daivari and Muhammad Hassan taking on Money Inc., Kid Cash, and Mr. Wall Street. Muhammad Hassan and Sean Daivari, they've been on a roll since making their, or at least as a duo, have been on a roll since Muhammad Hassan's arrival to the WWE. Now, Sean Daivari, remember, Chad, he is a former European champion in his own right. Muhammad Hassan, though, has brought an extra bit of viciousness to the team of Daivari and Muhammad Hassan. But ever since Kid Cash and Mr. Wall Street made their stock exchange, put their stock public, they have been climbing the stocks. Their stocks are going up, defeating even 2 weeks ago, Chad. 2 weeks ago, they got a massive win over the hometown heroes of Timmy Pulver and Charlie St. Hubbins. The stock hasn't been higher for Money Inc. But now, with the number one contendership for the tag team titles held by Chris Benoit and Mike Awesome on the line, can they cash in? Or will Daivari and Muhammad Hassan keep that momentum rolling into a title shot? Chad, who do you got? Daivari and Hassan or Money Inc.?
I'm going with Money Inc., baby.
Money Inc. Well, here comes the heels.
You can take that to the bank.
Oh, yeah? Well, Chad, here's your paycheck. because Muhammad Hassan and Sean Daivari continue that momentum. Hassan tapping out Kid Cash with a camel clutch in 2021. A massive match. Kid Cash got an 85. Mr. Wall Street, an 80. Shout out Mr. Wall Street there with an 80. Oh, my.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
What the hell?
IRS, baby.
I know, no chemistry bonuses for those two. It's just there. It's just pure grit and determination for Mr. Wall Street with an 80. Sorry, I have a hiccup.
Was he still cooking in 2004?
Fuck, man. Probably not. Not a shot in hell. I'm going to need you to do some research right there.
Oh, no. Did something bad happen?
No, God, no. He's still alive, right?
I think so.
I just didn't know if he was still cooking in 04. I need you to do some research while we
typed in IRS on my phone and the IRS.gov.
He's pretty much done in 04, late 04, mid 04. He's full-time last run in Japan. He leaves All Japan in 2003.
Oh, yeah, he's still alive.
He's still alive. He had a one match in 07 in a 15th anniversary battle royal where he lost to Ted DiBiase in a battle royal, and then him and Barry Windham lost to Rod Bass and Larry Sabisco in a special fucking wrestle reunion. So no, he's not cooking in 04, Chad. He's basically done. I'm surprised he's still going in this.
No, yeah. It says, he definitely. I just looked on Wikipedia. You're right. He retired in 2004. Yep.
Yeah. So good for him. But
hey, having a late resurgence with you.
Yeah, I mean, this was his first big one-on-one tag team match, but just couldn't get the job done here tonight. And now, Chad, a match that I'm excited for, and a match that all of FCW is excited for, because we have our first one-on-one match, our debut of the Monsoon, Russell Monsoon here. Chad, Russell Monsoon broke through the rankings just a couple months ago, becoming a massive name in FCW in all of 2003, but made his WWE debut at the Royal Rumble. This kid, 6'7", 386, from Adelaide, Australia, the Australian freak of nature, the Monsoon, has been a wrecking force in FCW, claiming the FCW World Heavyweight Champion and the TV Championship in his wrath. But tonight he is not stepping in the ring with no other generic human being. He is stepping in the ring with the genetic freak, the one of one Brock Lesnar. Now these two, they somewhat have similar paths, Chad. Both massive wrestling superstars before the WWE in their home country. Brock Lesnar, Minnesota champion. Russell Monsoon, second place in the Australian 2001 high school championships, Chad. He is a decorated and accoladed high school wrestler himself. They're both freaks of nature physically. I mean, look at both of them. I guess you can't look at Russell Monsoon because he is a auto-generated guy. I think, again, the third one to make a big debut on WWE. Still wait. We got to figure out what's going on with Chad's, first off. Chad's generated talents aren't coming, and I got to figure that out.
I was going to say, I feel like I've had a developmental for a while now.
Yeah, we'll look at it after this. Because this shit's cool. I love doing this shit because I gotta get in my bag of cooking up characters, Chad. And that's what you're good at. Yeah, creativity runs through your bones like it's blood. And we haven't had that opportunity yet with people that don't exist, like Russell Monsoon. This led to a fucking face-off on the go home to Backlash, where Russell Monsoon F5'd Brock Lesnar, Chad. These two behemoths have been standing toe-to-toe. They look alike. They act alike. They've been through the same path. But tonight, we go one-on-one. It's Russell Monsoon. The arena is cheering for him, Chad. We get a shot of the FCW crew. They're excited to see their big dog come in to the WWE and get a main event shot. Or not a main event shot, but a pay-per-view spot against Brock Lesnar. Chad, it's the Monsoon against the Beast, Brock Lesnar. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with the newbie, Monsoon.
Oh, the Monsoon. Chad, but these two guys, these big, beefy freaks of nature, they have a big banging match. It might not be the most technically sound. It might not be Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland, but it is these two men slapping meat. And in a great match, Brock Lesnar defeats Russell Monsoon in 1446 with an over the head, belly to belly. Monsoon took a crazy bump, which was an F5 through the announce table, Chad. These guys were going at it, but Brock Lesnar, even though Monsoon did get hurt, great chemistry. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Monsoon, though,
Chef's kiss.
broke his ribs in this moment on that table spot, the F5, breaking his ribs, but would not go down, and Brock Lesnar had to hit him with an over-the-head, belly-to-belly, his Uber finisher, I guess. Fuck that 5, and gets the job done. But in this match, Chad, Brock Lesnar, thank you, Nagayo, appreciate that, shows some respect to Russell Monsoon. Our first sign of humility out of Brock Lesnar as he shakes Monsoon's hand and rolls out of the ring to let Monsoon kind of soak in the cheers of the crowd after a hellacious performance out of the young kid. Are you excited for the future of the Monsoon, Russell Monsoon?
Oh yes. I mean, listen, I am excited to see what the Monsoon can do, and I'm sure we'll find out Monsoon enough.
Oh, well, this just in, he's got a new last name because of that pun. Find out Monsoon enough. That's good. Well, Chad, speaking of finding out Monsoon enough, Chavo Guerrero is coming down to the ring in your co-main event. Can Chavo Guerrero reclaim Intercontinental gold for his family, not only the Guerrero family, but for his compadre, Francisco Cuevo, a man he promised he would hold that Intercontinental title near and dear to him? Or will Jun Akiyama finally win WWE gold and be Intercontinental champion for the first ever time? Who do you have? It's Chavo and it's Jun Akiyama.
I'm going to say, in the name of Edge, Jun Akiyama.
Well, in the name of Francisco Cuevo, Chavo Guerrero, schoolboy quick cradle, whatever you want to call it, gets the flash pin on Jun Akiyama after a lot of interference. Again, I completely forget to book interferences, so I guess it didn't happen. No interferences. If I don't book it, it didn't happen. Chavo quick cradle, Jun Akiyama 26-31. Chavo Guerrero, for the first time in this save, has held championship gold. Whether it's in WWE, AAA, WCW, he has never held gold until this moment right here. Chavo Guerrero is your new Intercontinental champion. Good for Chavo Guerrero, coming from Big Papi Chavo and getting burned alive by Ric Flair in WCW to co-main eventing Backlash and winning the Intercontinental Championship. Hey, dreams come true. Dreams come true. Chavo Guerrero, you're Intercontinental Champion, but now we walk in to the main event, a match we spoke about earlier. John Cena finally, after scratching and clawing up his way up the rankings for years, the future, the people kept calling him, magazines, media, Dave Meltzer, they kept calling John Cena the future of the WWE, and it seemed like every chance he got, the pressure kind of got to him a little bit too much, and he caved under it. Every opportunity he fought for a world title until this time. He almost wins the 2004 Royal Rumble, coming in second place. But that doesn't stop him. He wins at No Way Out to fight Jeff Jarrett at WrestleMania. And at WrestleMania, he finally gets it done, beating Jeff Jarrett for that World Heavyweight Championship. A rivalry we have seen over and over. A match we have seen year after year of John Cena and Jeff Jarrett. A classic. They have one more at WrestleMania. But now Jeff Jarrett cashes in his rematch clause, but in this whole time, Rene Dupree, the winner of the 2004 Raw King of the Mountain match, has been teasing both men that he has that briefcase and will cash in whenever he sees fit. And Rene Dupree said he wants to get close to the action. And Vince McMahon said, "You want to get close to the action? Hell, you're the special guest referee. So Rene Dupree will be your referee in this rematch for the world title. Here comes Jeff Jarrett down to the ring. John Cena comes down to the ring. Chad, the rematch. It's JJ versus JC. It's Jarrett, it's Cena, and with the referee having the King of the Mountain briefcase right there. Rene Dupree, the French Phenom, the French Tickler, right there. Who do you got in this special referee world title match?
I love that idea. And then I'm also going to say John Cena.
Chad, thank you. I feel like I'm trying to. We've done this for so long. I'm trying to just think of things that haven't been done, and I feel like a special guest referee with a briefcase hasn't been done.
That's kind of what I did with Hoovy losing it. I was like, we haven't had anyone lose it yet.
Yeah, we haven't. Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know why I yelled "fuck" there. I thought you were going with I've already done that before. I shot my fuck a little prematurely, Chad. Pardon, we gotta go PG. Like,
don't you remember that classic match where Hoovitude was the special guest referee?
Yeah, it was him and Bobby Eaton taking on. It doesn't matter. John Cena and Jeff Jarrett. You guess Cena. I'm gonna guess Jarrett. In a unbelievable match, though, Chad. John Cena pins Jeff Jarrett in 30-53 with a spin-out powerbomb, making this defense number 1 of the World Heavyweight Championship. After John Cena hit his first attitude adjustment, I went down for the pin, Chad. He went down for the pin, and Rene Dupree didn't count, Chad. He didn't count. He didn't count. They start jaw-jacking. Jeff Jarrett gets up and hits a DDT into a missile dropkick on onto John Cena. He goes for the pin. The crowd's 1, 2, 3. Rene Dupree still not counting. He's made sure that both these men understand that he is the referee and he will make the final call of this match. And at the end of the day, John Cena making maybe not quick work. I don't think a 31-minute match is quick work, but pinning Jeff Jarrett.
I was going to say, yes, quick work.
Pins him after 30-53, with a spin-out powerbomb. And John Cena and Rene Dupree kind of have that little stare down. Rene teasing the cash in. He slides in the ring with it, but John Cena gets enough a little time, dodges the briefcase attack. And after missing that, Rene Dupree knows his time's up and slides out of the ring and says, nah, and leaves with his briefcase. John Cena defends his belt, but the talk of the town is, when will Rene Dupree cash in his briefcase? That is Backlash. That is a 97, and that is another episode of WWE. Maybe the final WWE show on TEW 2020. We'll have to find out. But first, we got a show in store for us. WCW, Chad. Tell them about it.
Yeah, we got our big Super Brawl brand versus brand warfare match.
It's not Super Brawl.
Announced that
Super Brawl happens in February.
Yes, you're correct. It is.
This is Spring Stampede, Chad.
Yes, no, you're correct. It's Spring Stampede. Sorry, it's 1:30 in the morning here, and I'm a CP boy. But anyway, it was announced that we're having a draft. So to decide who gets the number 1 draft pick for their brand, we're gonna have a series of brand warfare matches. But that's not all. We also have 3 championship matches on the card. Gonna be a good show.
It is a massive show. You remember the old days of Survivor Series? This is just up to par with it. Massive inter-brand matches, including, can I tease one, Chad? Can I tease one?
Tease one.
I'm not going to. You're just going to have to watch out for the show and see for yourself. We'll see you for WWE and WCW present Spring Stampede.
All right, everybody, we are here with Spring Stampede Nitro versus Thunder with some draft applications on the line that could change the entire landscape of WCW.
Yes, a lot can happen tonight with the draft right around the corner. The number one, the oh so important number one overall pick is on the line. Nitro versus Thunder. The winner will get that oh so coveted number one overall pick. Now, Chad, Spring Stampede, if we look at last year, also had a 5-on-5 match. I don't know if there's one tonight, but it had one, and it was a doozy. A Stadium Stampede match. Rey Mysterio, Big Show, Billy, RVD, and Hurricane defeating the fucking shitty little Suzuki Gun Paul Heyman guys. That only got a 78. This show sucked last year. Pardon my language, sorry. But, yeah, what happened here? Ken Shamrock defeated HBK and Chuck Palumbo. Please inform me why Chuck Palumbo was in the opening match with these two legends. Do you remember?
I wish I could tell you. I don't remember.
All right. Well, okay. Well, it looks like they were with the Italian Stallions. So they were, oh, man, FBI getting a fucking opening angle with Shamrock and Austin. It's crazy. And then the second best match of the night was Fit Finley defeating Perry Saturn, Norman Smiley, Too Cold Scorpio, and Brian Clark. If that is your second best match of the night, it was a tough spring stampede. But 1999 also was a pretty awful, maybe not awful, but we also saw a spring stampede match, an MWO taking on the Resistance. Scott Steiner defeated Juventud Guerrero. We saw I think a 4-way spring stampede match with Brett Owen and the Foundation over Sensei Savage and Friends. 2001, I think 2001 was our first one without a spring stampede match, but our main event was Chris Jericho and Scott Hall. I think that was one of Hall's last title matches ever. A Rock Owen Hart was the main event of 2002. Wow, this card has never been ideal. Is what I'm looking at.
Hopefully this might be the best spring stampede yet.
It might be. Let's get into the show. Let's get into the opening match.
Yes. And in Justin's pre-show match, we've gotten a Nitro versus Thunder pre-show match, and it had James Gibson defeating Dos Caras Jr. in 1345 with a guillotine choke.
Yeah, I wanted to put Dos Caras Jr., a young and up-and-coming rising prospect in the Nitro landscape, against a former WWE Cruiserweight champion in James Gibson. Correct me if I'm wrong. Has he held the Cruiserweight Championship in WCW?
I don't believe so.
Okay, well, he should, because he is very talented, a 75 in-ring, and he got the job done over Dos Caras to start the show. We move on to our opening angle.
Yes, we start off with, of course, the Spring Stampede video package highlighting some of the matchups we have in store. Of course, Joey Mercury versus Shannon Moore for the Cruiserweight belt. Shannon Moore, after Joey Mercury won the Cruiserweight Classic, Shannon Moore beat him down and attacked him, and has vowed to make Joey Mercury regret the day that he committed that fluke victory. And so the Cruiserweight Championship is on the line against Shannon Moore. We've got champions versus champions. Our tag team champions square off. Lash LaRue, Samoa Joe taking on the world's greatest tag team. But we also have CM Punk, the world heavyweight champion, taking on the Universal Champion, taking on the World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Kanyon. We've got the ESPN Champion, The Idol, taking on Mick Foley. And we've got Bret the Hitman Hart, a WCW icon, trying to prove that he can still perform like the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And he takes on Nitro's dead man, The Undertaker.
Yeah, Idol and Foley getting higher billing than Canyon Punk. That's get fucked world title picture. Here we go. Man, let's go next segment. Let's go. Those will probably be your 5 matches for the best out of 5, right? Titles and then Brett.
No,
Taker?
because Shannon Moore and Joey Mercury are both Thunder guys.
Oh, okay. All right. So how many brand versus brand matches are there?
If you there are 7.
Oh, I was about to say, if you say an even number, I'll come in there and fight you. If we got a tie end out of this, oh man, we give you a fucking tombstone pile driver right here. Shannon Moore and Joey Mercury. Shannon Moore, former world heavyweight champion in WWE or WCW. Sorry.
Yes. He has wanted to come back to WCW and win the Cruiserweight Classic just like he did when he was here last time, which really really was the spark to his run. But unfortunately, Joey Mercury had other plans, and Shannon Moore has been a little sore sport of sorts. He has beaten down Joey Mercury and gotten involved in some of his matches, and quite frankly, has been a thorn in his side, and Joey Mercury has been sick of it. And so Joey Mercury accepted Shannon Moore's challenge for the Cruiserweight Championship, and tonight they go one-on-one. Justin, who do you got?
I will continue our Lord and Savior Joey Mercury's reign of terror as he will win this match here, Chad. Sorry, Shannon
Nice.
Moore.
You
Should have
picked
stayed
Joey
in
Mercury.
WWE, Mr. Shannon Moore.
And you are correct, because in a good match, Joey Mercury defeats Shannon Moore in 15:08 by pinfall, and Joey Mercury makes defense number 15 of the Cruiserweight title.
Is it 15? Is he fucking defending it every... How long is he won the belt? When did he win the belt?
He won the belt at Starrcade.
Oh, so 15 in fucking 4 months. Good for him. Good for him. He's fighting about... That's, on average, once a week he's defending the belt. 16 weeks, and since he won the belt, and he's defended it 15 times. All right, good for you, buddy. Good for you. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
We are backstage, and we see Shawn Michaels in a wheelchair with a cast on his leg. Yes, unfortunately, we had a little bit of the injury bug, and two top stars were affected. We will get into another Nitro or Thunder star later on who has picked up the injury bug, but Shawn Michaels, unfortunately, has broken his leg. And we were supposed to get Shawn Michaels versus AJ Styles tonight. But unfortunately, Shawn Michaels is not medically cleared. So Shawn Michaels is there, and he's saying, I'm so upset that I can't be here to wrestle in front of all my fans in Washington, D.C. When I signed with WCW, they put a lot of pressure on me. They made me the figurehead of their company, and that was a title that I took with me and I carried like a banner. I'm proud to do that. I love this company, and so it pains me that I can't be here representing my brand. And more importantly, I can't be here showing kendo cash-in. I can't be teaching my protege. And then as that's happening, Chad Collier and AJ Styles show up, and Chad says, look at old Shawn Michaels! And he says, since Shawn, that serves you right for wrestling Masahiro Chono at a house show. They don't call him the leg breaker for nothing. But listen, I think what really happened here is I think you knew in your heart, Heartbreak Kid, that you couldn't beat AJ Styles. I think you knew that you may call yourself a sexy boy, but you are not phenomenal one. And you see, AJ Styles will no longer be held down by this company like I was at my last company. No, this conspiracy theory ends early. And so the way I look at it, if Shawn Michaels can't go tonight, and I think, AJ, we should go talk to Teddy Long and Ted DiBiase. We should go talk to Ted and Ted, and we should go get ourselves a W in the win column, because the king of Rat City and the phenomenal one, our time's important. And as they're getting ready to leave and go, do just that, Kendo Kashin speaks up, and he says, I'll wrestle tonight. And then AJ Styles looks at Chad, and he says, Chad, you hear that? Kendo Kashin wants to wrestle me, but Kendo, I don't know if you remember, but I already beat you on the go home. I've already beaten you once. I don't need to wrestle you again. I have nothing to prove to you. And then Kendo Kashin, he gets in the ring and he says, all right, he looks at them and he says, well, then it looks like I'll wrestle you. And he looks at Chad Collier, and Chad says, whoa, 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 whoa. I am not medically cleared? Yeah. You see, I have a hangnail, and it's been really bad. I got it this morning, and I just haven't been right. And Kendo Kashin says, well, you better get right, because one of you is wrestling me tonight. I'll see you out there. Kendo Cashin, representing Shawn Michaels in his honor, will be wrestling either Chad or AJ Styles tonight.
I hope it's not the man he just fought at the go home. I also hope it's Test.
Well, it won't be Test, but we do have one of our three, well, now our second of three championship matches. Of course, Reign has been on a reign of terror, some would say. Her and the Vampires have been wreaking havoc in WCW ever since they gotten together. They've been battling superheroes, and now they've gotten themselves a quest for gold, but they want to get their Vampire Queen some gold. And so Reign has been on a little bit of a roll lately. She won a number one contenders match, and now I will admit the Vampires have been interfering in her business and her matches, but there are strength in numbers, and she's going to need those numbers to defeat Tara. Tara has been on an absolute roll ever since she won that women's championship at Starrcade and the ladder match, and this is just another obstacle in her path. Will she be able to overcome it, or will evil reign supreme tonight when the queen and will the Queen of Vampires win the belt? Justin, who do you got?
Okay, I won't be the first one to admit Reign hasn't really showed me anything that would make me convinced that she would get it done here. Tara has been maybe one of the more dominant women's champions since she has claimed the belt. She won it at Starrcade, correct, Chad?
Correct, yes.
That is correct. She beat Beth Phoenix for it, correct?
No, she won it in a ladder match because Beth Phoenix got vacated because she took steroids.
Supposed to be Beth Phoenix.
It was supposed to be the women's Money in the Bank match, but
my bad.
Yeah, Tara just got put in that sense.
My bad. I'm going off version one of my notes of your papers here, not the
it's all good.
Post. But again, Tara has been on a roll. Look. Our vampires can't interfere with everything, right? And I suspect they may interfere tonight, but the team that they have been beefing with, the superheroes, will come in and help Tara retain. That's my prediction, Chad.
Hell yeah. Well, Justin, just like you, I forgot to book interferences too, because that's exactly what was going to happen. But unfortunately, it looks like Tara beat Reign Queen with a Widow's Peak and makes defense number 6 of the WCW Women's title. Yeah, Shark Boy was going to run out and interfere, and so was Fat.
Yeah, I would have had the Vampires probably would have came out first, and then the superheroes would have shoot them away, and then we would have got a Widow's Peak to end the match. Yeah, that was the right choice. Reign, she might be a future champion, but she hasn't had that run yet. The volume of wins that I'm looking for when I'm predicting next women's champions. She's I think won 2 single matches in the last year. So when I think about that, she's good, but she's not championship good yet. She'll get there, and it was a good showing. But you know what? Tara's on a roll, like you said, a reign of terror.
We are backstage. Paul Heyman is there with the Paul Heyman guys, and he's talking about a Satoshi Kojima. He says, "All right, boys, now I know Minoru Suzuki was trying to recruit Satoshi Kojima to the Paul Heyman guys, and while I thought Kojima was a smart individual, it seems to me that he just doesn't know what or how to elevate his career. So, if he can't see it our way, we're just gonna have to teach him a lesson and make him see what he gave up. Which is why tonight he battles the leg breaker, Masahiro Chono. Tonight, you'll break the leg of Satoshi Kojima. And then, Suzuki, you can stop trying to recruit this guy, and you can focus on what's important. And that is getting gold back to the Paul Heyman guys. Understand? And all the Paul Heyman guys, they kind of look around and they nod, and he's like, good. And Justin, yeah, that's the end of that promo. Paul Heyman giving his boys their marching orders tonight.
Yeah. Have we talked about Chono being the man that broke Shawn Michaels' leg in that house show? Adding to his claim.
Talked about
okay.
promo.
I didn't know. I kind of blacked out during that, so I don't remember if I heard it right or not.
Okay, no worries. But yeah, Chono was the man who broke.
We just go straight into it
tonight. Yes, and we have a match tonight, and Kojima defeated Chono in 1955 by pinfall. During that match, though, we did have an interference, and while I think he was trying to attack Kojima, Kojima was able to move out of the way, and Big Daddy V ran in and attacked Chono. What a big idiot.
Oh, what a big dumb idiot, man. Big Daddy V, more like big idiot. Got him.
Yeah. After that match, Big Daddy V in a rage and Masahiro Chono upset beat down Kojima. They're just stomping him, slamming him, picking him up, just beating him down. And right when it looked like they were about to do the chair spot that has broken many people's legs, Suzuki actually runs in and stands in front of them and gets them to back down and head to the back. Suzuki saving Kojima from a beatdown from his own stable. But remember, Kojima has been trying to tell Suzuki that the Paul Heyman guys are no good and that he should leave. That he should leave them.
Has he gotten into their head? Or
he knows what it's like to be overshadowed in a stable, and he should break out on his own.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ted DiBiase is in his office.
All right.
Ted DiBiase is in his office. He's going over, important business, and there's a knock on the door, and he says, "Come in," and it's Canyon, and this man in a suit. And Ted DiBiase says, what is going on here? And Canyon, he's not talking. And that's because he has a broken jaw. You see, Chris Canyon was the other wrestler involved in these injuries, and he got hurt on the Go Home show on on Nitro. It wasn't great. And he's out here tonight, and this person next to him speaks up, and he says, Mr. DiBiase, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but my name is Billy Real from Real Law. And I gotta tell you, my client here, my Christopher Canyon, he appears to have been injured on your watch on Nitro and has broken his jaw. Now, I've spoken to his personal doctor, and his personal doctor said that he should not be wrestling tonight. And yet, your doctors, the WCW doctors, have not only cleared him, but have said that you said that he has to wrestle tonight. And I have to tell you, Mr. DiBiase, if you go ahead with this, my client and I may have to follow through with legal charges against you. I can't risk my client's career being ended due to your negligence. And Ted DiBiase, he says, you know what? You've given me something to think about. I'll tell you what. Canyon, you go ahead and you go to the back and you know what? I'll figure something out. And then Billy Real looks at Ted DiBiase and looks at Canyon and says, well, it looks like you're a smart businessman after all. And as they leave, Ted DiBiase turns around and says, yeah, I'll figure it out by ignoring it and making you fight CM Punk tonight. As you see him, the camera pans to a contract that's being signed, and the contract is a venue contract for the upcoming pay-per-view Bash at the Beach. And you see the words Honolulu, Hawaii on top of it. Ooh. Would that mean that Bash at the Beach will be at Honolulu in Hawaii? Well, that's probably a pretty smart guess, but time will have to tell for sure.
I would hope they would tell you soon so the people of lovely Honolulu can buy their tickets to Bash at the Beach in Oh, wait, am I spoiling it? Uh-oh, it hasn't been announced. Who leaked it? Who's this old woman?
But coming up next, Ace Steel.
Oh,
Of
Ace
course, he
Steel.
was in Thunder. He came to Thunder, and he was the bounty or the big game hunter. The big game. Or no, he was the bounty hunter. Sorry, he was the big game hunter for you. He was the bounty hunter, and he's of course.
I know you had to steal my gimmick, but hey.
He was trying to collect the bounty of Juventud Guerrera, and that has followed even to Nitro, as he has taken a job from Canyon and cost Juventud Guerrera the World Heavyweight Championship, and Juventud Guerrera has finally had enough and says he's ending this once and for all, and he challenged Ace Steel to a last man standing match. And Ace Steel accepted. And in the weeks leading up to this, they have just been brawling back and forth, and in fact, at one point, Ace Steel even stabbed Juventud in the head with a spike and made him gush blood. Will that be the case tonight, or will Juventud...
That's...
Well, don't worry, because Juventud Guerrera did it back the next week with the ring bell.
That doesn't make it... you can't stab someone with the ring bell. He stabbed him with a spike in the head, Chad.
Sorry,
that's
he just bashed Ace Steel in until he bled.
What the fuck is going on? Get some control. You got two dudes running around trying to murder each other, and it's going to be in the middle of the card?
Yes.
This card feels like Forbidden Door. Oh, there's no... Okay.
Super match. Ace Steel defeats Juventud Guerrera in a one-on-one last man standing match when Juventud Guerrera could not beat a 10 count following a steel spike after an interference from Canyon. What in the hell?
What the fuck, Canyon? Leave him alone. Aren't you hurt?
Justin, as we move on to our next and our next match, but our first official match in the best of 7 in the Brand Warfare match, we've got the Trios champions, the Buried, a Thunder trio that has been that has found their Trios championship and have been relatively fighting champions, and they'll be taking on the Flex Express, who won a number 1 contenders triple threat trios match this month, and have been on a roll ever since Sid Vicious has been taking over for Lex Luger. They have shown their vicious side, and they have been on a winning streak. Will that continue tonight? Will the Flex Express win the trio titles, or will the Buried retain? Who will take the first victory in this Nitro versus Thunder battle, Justin? Who do you got?
I think the Buried retain. I think it's going to be a good match. When Lex Luger comes back, does he slide back into this group, or is Sid Vicious the...
That's a good question.
Because Lex Luger is healthy. He has returned.
Yeah, he has returned. He just hasn't been on TV yet.
Yeah, I'm going Buried. They need Lex. Oh my fucking God.
They do not need Lex, because in an instant match, Sid Vicious and the Flex Express defeat the Buried when Sid Vicious power bombs the Great Khali, and they win the Trios title, and Nitro take the first match.
Yeah, Lex Luger was apparently here. He was at ringside.
Oh, well, he showed up just in time.
Yeah. Man, we'll get a post-conference view of the Buried. Again, I hope they break up for TJ and Khali's sake, because I think there's potential for single runs, but I just feel like the Buried is not working as a group right now. And I hope this is the start of the bubbling of that group, because I see future star in TJ Wilson, and we know that big bastard Great Khali could wreak havoc in the heavyweight division. So I personally selfishly hope this is the start of the breakup of the Buried, but I could see them coming back and being more vicious than ever.
We will have to see, but what we are also seeing now is the Trios run of the Flex Express. And as we move on to our next segment, we see here our next matchup. This is, of course, the Big Show taking on Psychosis. The Big Show, ever since taking out Rey Mysterio, he came out and attacked Pentagon and Octagon and Dos Caras. He took out Super Delphin. This man, if you're a luchador, Big Show thinks he's better than you and has been trying. And he's just been on a warpath to just destroy any luchador. And he said that he wanted to represent Nitro in one of these brand versus brand matches. And Psychosis won. a four-way match to fight the Big Show. And then after that match, the Big Show walked out and destroyed every man in it, including Psychosis. So now tonight, Psychosis with his buddies Homicide and Stretch Hernandez, see if they can stop the run of the dominant Big Show. Or will Big Show continue his warpath, Justin?
Look, if you're a luchador, you better lock your door because the Big Show is on the prowl and he will destroy former WCW World Heavyweight Champion Psychosis here, continuing the rampage that Paul White has been on. I'm picking Big Show here, Chad.
Hell yeah. Well, we'll have to see. And in an extremely short match, Big Show defeated Psychosis in 4:33 with a chokeslam. Yes, Big Show whooped that ass, unfortunately. Psychosis is the next name to fall, but probably the second biggest name next to Rey Mysterio that the Big Show has taken out.
That is true, but I don't remember Rey Mysterio only going 4 minutes with Big Show.
Big Show never even wrestled. Ray never even wrestled Big Show. Ray got injured earlier, and by the leg breaker Masahiro Chono. And then while he came to Mexico, Big Show attacked him and made it worse.
Oh, so Big Show beat up. Oh, so this is the biggest names Big Show's taken out. I can't personally call a broken Rey Mysterio the biggest name.
That's fair. And what a way to beat him. I mean, 4:33.
Absolutely dominating former WWE and WCW. A massive, one of the biggest stars of this save, to beat him in 4 minutes in the way and method that he did. It's painting Big Show as a huge threat in the WCW landscape. So, I mean, I think Big Show's reign of terror. I know we keep saying that. I think it's time for Big Show to become that number one guy here. But he's got a big guy ahead of him in Canyon, right? He's Nitro, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we won't ever get world champion until Canyon loses it. We can't get heel versus heel. I refuse to look at Big Show as a face after this.
Oh no, Big Show's not a face.
And Canyon can't be a face either right now in his run.
No, he's not.
Okay, so maybe I spoke too soon. Big Show, it's a draft. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. All right.
Jeremy Borash says, I am backstage with Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh,
Bret,
Jeremy
tonight
Borash here.
you go one-on-one with The Undertaker. What are your thoughts going into this match? And Bret says, what are my thoughts going into this match? My thoughts going into this match are the same thoughts I have going into every match. Okay? I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, because these people say I am. This crowd tonight is in my corner fighting with me. Now tonight I got a hell of an opponent. I'm fighting the Dead Man, the Phenom, the Undertaker. And Undertaker is undefeated since coming to WCW. And Undertaker, you may have chokeslammed me last week. Alright? But tonight, I'm going to make you tap out. And I'm going to prove to every single person watching at home, watching in this arena, anyone who's ever doubted Bret Hart, anyone who's ever said Bret the Hitman Hart can't go anymore, I'm going to prove to everyone here that not only can I go, but I'm still the top of my game. And that if any brand is looking to draft a number one overall draft pick,
Monday Night Raw?
you better draft Bret Hart.
Well, how about you fucking win the match tonight then, buddy? You let the brand decide. You give yourself the best look going possible. Bret Hart, The Undertaker, later tonight, though. But up first, oh boy. I thought we weren't getting it, Chad.
Canyon is backstage. If he didn't have a broken jaw, he'd be laughing. But you can tell he's very proud of himself. And Billy Real comes back in with his head in his hands, and he says, "Well, after the stunt you just pulled, getting involved in Juventud Guerrera's last man standing match against Ace Steel, Ted DiBiase says that you looked good enough to go to him, and so now tonight you will go one-on-one against CM Punk." And Canyon is absolutely irate, and while he's just like freaking out, CM Punk walks by and he just says, "Guess I'll see you out there, champ." Canyon versus
Unbelievable.
CM Punk. Champion versus champion will happen tonight.
If I hit next segment and that's the next match, oh boy. Okay, good.
It's not. As we are in the ring, AJ Styles and Chad Collier are there, and they're rock, paper, scissoring to see who is going to wrestle
Oh, whoa,
Kendo
no, hey,
Cashin.
no scissoring on TV, brother, no.
And Chad Collier wins, and so we will see Chad Collier taking on Kendo Cashin tonight.
Okay.
Who do you got, Justin?
They rock, paper, scissored in the ring to find out who will face. I was going to say you were in your bag for this pay-per-view, but okay, let's cool it back a little bit. All right, give me Kendo Cashin. What the fuck? Kendo Cashin can't win a goddamn thing, Chad. He fucking sucks. Pardon my language.
During this match, the thing that really that led to the interference, the interference wasn't on Kendo Cashin. The interference, you see, was on Shawn Michaels. Because while Shawn Michaels was in his wheelchair cheering on Kendo Cashin, AJ Styles came up and flipped the wheelchair over. And then Kendo Cashin, of course being distracted, led to him getting put in the rat trap and tapping out, and Chad Collier getting the win.
All right, that's fair. I like the booking. You're
And that
back in
is
the bag.
now 2 Nitro, 1 Thunder.
This was a brand versus brand match?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh.
Well, it was supposed to be AJ versus Shawn Michaels.
Oh. Okay.
Now it's Chad versus Kendo.
All right, I see the importance. Oh, psychology will be helped. A new spot, a new hope spot. You don't do a hope spot if you're the heel, Dusty. Come on now.
Come on now. We move on to our next match. The tag team champions square off. Samoa Joe and Lash LaRue were the first people to get this ball rolling when they announced that it was going to be brand warfare. Well, actually, technically, Mick Foley was the first. He said, listen, if you're having champions versus champions, I want to represent my show. And Samoa Joe and Lash LaRue, they followed in kind, and they said, we'll wrestle the Thunder Tag Team Champions. And they, Justin, not only have they to prepare themselves for this match, they've been inviting other tag teams from Thunder to show up on Nitro. They wrestled Sema and Aguila. They wrestled Truth or Chairs. And on the flip side of things, Haas and Benjamin, while they've been trying to prepare for this match, GM Teddy Long scheduled them to defend their tag titles against the Harris twins. And in that match, they took quite a beating. Some say he possibly was setting them up for failure, considering this is his brand on the line. However, Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas have proven time and time again that they can overcome any obstacle. But Samoa Joe and Lash LaRue have shown that they love to kick some ass, and they're looking to do that here. We got Samoa Joe and Lash LaRue versus Haas and Benjamin. Justin, who do you got?
Man, I don't know, Chad. This is my first toss-up here. Give me heads or tails?
Heads.
All right, Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas are my pick. Oh, yeah, thanks, Chad.
Hell yeah. And then about the head, good wrestling and great wrestling and good heat. World's greatest tag team defeat. Lash LaRue and Samoa Joe in 1652. And so Shelton Benjamin pinned Lash LaRue with a magic carpet ride.
Yeah, there we go.
Justin, as we move on to the next segment, we see these two tag teams shaking hands. But wait, it's the music of a new tag team! As these two teams are shaking hands in the ring, they're interrupted by Stevie Richards and Mike Sanders, known by a few names, but here in WCW, they go by the Heavy Hitters. And the Heavy Hitters are here, ladies and gentlemen, and they stare down both tag teams champions as if to send a message of whatever show we get drafted for, we're coming for those belts. Justin, we have a new tag team debuting.
Yeah, we do. Former U.S. champion Stevie Richards and former I suck at everything I do Mike Sanders is back in WCW. Correct me if I'm wrong. I may be wrong. Was it him or Harris who won the first ever Tough Enough? Oh, you don't know.
I don't think I don't think it was him. I think it was Chris Harris, but I think he was the finalist.
I think you're right. I like to think it was Mike Sanders, but I could be wrong. I don't keep notes of everything that happened on your shows. That's your job, but I don't remember. I was hoping. I think it's one of the two. But regardless, Mike Sanders back. We haven't seen him in either show in ring in maybe 16 months. It's been a hot minute since Mike Sanders. He came in and wrestled for me like once and broke his neck and never appeared in WWE again. So good to see him back. And seems to be healthy for the first time in a long, long time.
Oh, yeah. As we see CM Punk backstage, he's giving an emotional pep talk. He says, when I decided to be this champion, I decided that it wasn't about me. This company has never been about me. This company has been about the fans and this championship belt. And with this belt comes a responsibility, and that's being my responsibility. I'm the champion. I'm going to go down that ring and represent our show, our brand, and after I beat Chris Kanyon, I'm going to show that Thunder is the top brand, and everybody, he's got some Thunder stars around him, and they're amping him up. CM Punk is hyping up the boys before his big match against Chris Kanyon.
I mean, yeah, the best of the best in that Thunder locker room, getting around CM Punk here. He's got a big match. Is that up next, Trent? Kanyon Punk?
No, it is not up next.
Okay, what do we got up next? Okay.
We've got Mick Foley versus The Idol. Now, Mick Foley, he decided that he wanted to challenge either the Cruiserweight or the ESPN champion at this pay-per-view, battle the other, singles champion that isn't the world champion, of course. And Shannon Moore interfered and cost Joey Mercury that match, which is why The Idol is the man rising to the challenge to face Mick Foley. Now, The Idol says that ever since Mick Foley came back, he's been looking around the crowd and seeing everybody holding up Mick Foley signs. He's been seeing children wearing the red flannel shirts, trying to dress like their hero, and it makes him absolutely sick, because the only hero, the only idol that these fans should have is The Idol. He says, and at Spring Stampede, he's going to prove that Mick Foley is just is nothing more than a fake hero. He says he's a fraud and that he should have stayed retired from in-ring action, because he's going to send him back into retirement. And Mick Foley says that The Idol is just hiding behind his mask. He says he doesn't know who The Idol is, but if The Idol wanted to really be a star, then he wouldn't hide behind the mask. He would take the mask off and embrace the fans. And The Idol just doesn't want to hear it. But tonight, both of these men have something to prove. Who is the better champion, and who is the true Idol? Is it Mick Foley, or is it the ESPN champion, The Idol? Justin, who do you got?
It's Mick Foley. What is the current ranking right now? Is it Nitro 2, Thunder 1?
It is Nitro 3, Thunder 2.
What were the three?
Or sorry, no, you're right. It's
2-1?
2-1.
Copy. Give me Mick Foley here.
Because the Flex Express won, and then Big Show won.
Yep.
And then
Kendo Cash, or Chad Collier won.
All right, as we move on to our next match.
World's Greatest Tag Team also won, so it's 2-2.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, give me Mick Foley here, then. Give me Mick Foley here.
And in an exceptional match, The Idol defeated Mick Foley in 1958 with an aerial brainbuster following interference from the understudy. During the match, we also had Teddy Long distract Foley. The Idol beats Mick Foley.
Get fucked, Mick Foley. Has there been a clean finish in any of these matches?
Yeah.
I know, I'm joking. A lot of interference tonight, but Idol getting a massive win over Mick Foley. Mick Foley, you might as well start taking notes from Bret Hart. Are you washed? 99 in ring. Oh, we go straight into it. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I thought. Yeah, we went straight into it, everyone.
Can we get a clean finish tonight?
Candy defeats CM Punk in 1550 with a run-in from Ace Steel.
Give me a clean finish.
What is going on here?
Yeah, I think that's interference number 4, I think, of 10 matches. So we have had a lot of run-ins, but yeah, Canyon. It is interesting that World Championship champions are not main eventing. I will cut you on that, but still a massive match here. Um, yeah, yeah. Just when I think brand versus brand, I think who's going to lead the brand? The champion versus the champion. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? Ace Steel though, and attacking CM Punk.
Still ran in and cost CM Punk the match.
Where the fuck were you, Hoovy
after-
Dude?
And then after, well, he was fucking attacked in the last man standing match. And then after the match, of course, while Ace Steel and Canyon are walking away, there's just an absolute train wreck behind them in the ring as Umaga and Chemo show up and beat down CM Punk. Of course, Umaga has been feuding with CM Punk and even faced CM Punk in a match for the Universal Championship in the weeks leading up to the show, where he was defeated by CM Punk.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, during that match, we also had Rhino make his
Which match?
Debut in WCW, because after the CM Punk Umaga match,
Uh-huh.
when Mang, Barbarian, and Chemo came out to continue to beat down Punk, Rhino came out with a steel chair and saved the day. He's not here tonight, though.
Yeah, why is he not here tonight, Chad?
Because I kind of forgot.
There it is.
Justin, we get breaking news. There's a fight backstage. You look over, and Tony Schiavone and Mike Tenay are throwing hands, which has then sparked this brawl backstage as we see a combination of Nitro and Thunder wrestlers fighting backstage. And of course, Finley's there. He loves to fight.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Some hatred backstage. I get it.
As we go to our main event, it is tied 3-3. The final match. Who gets the number 1 draft pick? Coming down to the ring, the Phenom, the Dead Man, the Undertaker with Paul Bearer at his side. The Undertaker has had big wins over Relic, Mil Muertes, Fit Finley. He's undefeated. This is The Undertaker's biggest match yet in WCW against Bret the Hitman Hart. But The Undertaker has looked damn near unstoppable since being here. The Bret Hart has looked weakened, like he's lost his step. Is that true? Well, as we see The Undertaker finishing up his entrance, we move to our next segment, which is Bret the Hitman Hart's entrance. He comes down to the ring. The crowd behind him. Bret Hart's got one thing to prove tonight. The entire Thunder brand is on his back tonight. The pressure has never been higher. If Bret the Hitman Hart beats The Undertaker, then Thunder gets the number 1 draft pick. But if he loses, if his losing streak continues, then that pick will go to Nitro. The Undertaker versus Bret Hart. Justin, who do you got?
Who is the Thunder GM, Chad? I got a couple words to say him. Teddy Long. You're the GM. Everything in your future of your brand lays on the line here tonight at Spring Stampede. The draft pick is on the line, and you decide to wheel out a man who can't get the fucking job done, everyone is talking on the streets. Oh, you're washed. You can't do it anymore. Teddy Long, are you out of your gosh darn mind? You got a roster, a plethora of main event talent, and you got the greatest wrestler in 1988 going out there. It's 2004, Teddy Long. Get your head out of your ass. This is why Thunder will always be in the dump that it's always in. The Undertaker, the Dead Man, one of the greatest to ever do it in the WWE, will march in at the main event of Spring Stampede and win Nitro, the number 1 overall pick. And by God, Ted DiBiase, if you don't pick The Undertaker with it, you're a dumb idiot. Give me the next segment.
And in an exceptional match, The Undertaker defeats Bret Hart Clean, I'll mind you. And 21-27 with a tombstone pile driver.
They're calling for Teddy Long's head in the SmackDown locker room. What a fucking idiot. Yeah, right choice. Yeah, Taker. I mean, dominant. Bret Hart can't get a job done. Why is he the choice for Thunder? Who knows? But Teddy Long. But, massive, massive win for The Undertaker. True Nitro guy, The Undertaker. True locker room leader.
And after the match, The Undertaker turns around and black hole slam from the monster abyss. The main monster of the Wicked, who has been trying to get his hands on The Undertaker, is done waiting. He has come here and has beaten down The Undertaker. As we are closing a segment, is the monster abyss standing tall over the dead man.
Over the dead man. 95, Chad. 95. 95. What can I say? Another one for the good guys. Chad, you're in your bag, though. You're back. I feel like this is the first time in a while I've seen you back in form. I like it. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Obviously, the one thing I would have changed was give Canyon Punk main event, but if that's the only issue I've had with a card and a storyline, fuck, man. You know how picky I can be.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Keep it rolling. Keep that momentum rolling, Chad, into the new TEW
And I hope everyone else liked it. Now we get to see. Now, listen, Nitro has the #1 draft pick.
Oh, my God. Another question. Because we don't do TV shows, are you going to special video record a draft episode? Or are we just going to draft means nothing?
We're going to have a draft episode, but it's going to be, you'll see. I got it planned out.
Okay. All right. You're gonna have to tell me off air because I'm usually the one recording it.
it's just gonna be how they did it back in like 2009, where they'll have like the match and then a draft pick. But the only difference is that they'll just make the first pick to start the show.
Are you gonna do like is that gonna be a pay-per-view? The draft? Is WCW presents the draft the pay-per-view?
Probably not.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. What's the May pay-per-view again?
Great American Bash.
Is that really it?
Sorry. No, sorry. It's Clash of Champions. My bad.
So how are you? So we're gonna do. Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out the draft, whether you guys see it or not. It's gonna happen. All right, it's gonna happen. I'll see you for Vengeance and Clash of the Champions. Chad, fuck Cody Rhodes.